wrong, Juliet? Where you going, girl? There you go, baby. Hey, folks. How are y'all doing? We're just out here hanging out with the animals. We figured we'd do a 2023 year in review. I wanted to share our experiences with you. That some of which you've seen on camera, some of which you have not. We wanted to share our experiences and just wish you all a happy new year. So this is the start of it. Whoa!
Oh, you right there?
Yeah. Good thing that was on camera. You never know with these guys. Okay, go get it. We're done. Backwards.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Gotta watch those rams.
So where are we?
Well, we're out in the middle of the sheep paddock. In the middle of nowhere, Kansas.
Where are we on the list? I've already forgotten everything we were going to talk about.
Well, we're going to talk about our sheep, we're going to talk about our chickens, we're going to talk about canning, we're going to talk about the new shop, we're going to talk about smelting.
Oh, yes.
We're going to
Can't
talk
forget about
about
smelting.
phase 3 with my parents moving up.
Yes.
And maybe some other things that I can't think of.
Okay. Where do you want to start?
I don't know. Let's just see where the day takes us.
Okay.
Well, we're already out here, so we'll talk about the animals first.
Okay. Well, let's do the animals last. We'll cover them.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll circle back to the animals
Yeah.
because it's getting a little chilly.
Okay. So I guess let me start with the shop.
Okay.
Okay. So we have the shop built back in May. That was an adventure. Leading up to that, of course, we had all the groundwork. We had to do the digging, the 6 loads of rock that we had to put down, and then after the shop was built, we trenched 225 feet of direct burial cable from the power pole up to the building. That was, I'm not an electrician, so that was an interesting adventure researching code and making sure that I had all that correct and done according to legal requirements, but also to make sure that it's 100% safe, which one should be the other, but I don't know that it always is. So I was making sure that we were solid, regardless. Yeah, so that was that, and then the process of framing out the shop, building it up to building up the shop, building out the wood framing inside so we can put pegboard and all the other stuff in place as well. All right, and we're going to stop right there. Okay, so smelting. So this year I learned how to smelt.
What is smelting?
Smelting is smelting. You smelt it, you dealt it. No.
Hey, now.
Just kidding. Smelting is the process of, I guess, I don't know how you described it. Basically taking metal scrap is what we're doing. Taking metal scrap and turning it into ingots. Or other, useful forms of different metals. So things like brass, aluminum, copper, and even, we're doing all these things in order to learn the art of smelting even precious metals, right? So we're experimenting with like sand forms and just learning how to use crucibles and forges and all that kind of stuff. That's really what we're doing. It's practice for future skills, for future skills and future needs. And plus, it's just fun. It's really, really fun to do all these things. So
Until somebody blows something up.
That has not happened yet at anything I've been to so far.
It almost did.
No, stop. Nothing blew up.
There was a boom.
There was an earth-shattering kaboom. Don't let 11-year-olds play with fire. That's all I'm going to say. It's not fun. So as we're standing here listening to the chickens eat the grain and the sheep pee on camera for us, I think we're going to pause here. We'll take you around, show you the rest of the stuff, and we'll come back and we'll wrap up with the animals. So stay tuned.
So one of the things we did this year in 2023 was rearrange a little bit and try to make things a little bit easier for daily life, and especially for me for trying to get going with canning and such. Most of our canning supplies were stored in the basement. Our stairs are very steep and my knees don't like that very much. So it was really difficult to either carry the heavy stuff up the stairs or wait for Bullet to go get it for me, and I hate waiting. And I really don't like to start a project exhausted. So I swapped out some cabinets in my craft room, and I brought this cabinet out from the craft room, and it is just the perfect size to hold my canners if I put them in with the handles at an angle. And I can hold some jars up here so I don't have to run downstairs to get jars. So I can get started on my projects. Have lids in storage boxes so I can keep those nice and clean. I store my jars upside down so that if there's any dust or dog hair floating around, even though the doors are closed, this dust still does get in there. I can still keep my jars clean. So they come out of the dishwasher, they go straight into this cabinet instead of waiting forever to go downstairs to the basement. This has been a great addition to our dining room. Super easy to just run over here, grab the canner, grab the jars, the supplies, take it one room over to the kitchen. This cabinet, not too expensive. You can get it on Amazon. We'll drop a link for you below. This year was my first year to try making bone broth. I had one jar that did not seal, so it is in the refrigerator, but we had 5 quarts and 1 pint of turkey broth from our 2023 Christmas turkey. I taste tested it before I canned it, and it tasted really good, so I'm excited to try this for soups and such. And up here, this was my very first run of bone broth, lamb bone broth from our very own lambs.
It's fantastic.
Being my first run, I'm very proud of it. My very first time to do anything bone broth. It sat in the roaster for 48 hours. And so I was nervous about burning it, but I kept the temperature really low. And I had to do 2 runs with the canner because there's this here and then there's some downstairs, I think. It tastes so good, so good. Anyway, this is not everything that we have canned. This is our quick, easy grab canning shelf for daily cooking. We decided to put this up here so that we don't always have to run down to the basement every day. So we have canned chicken, some lamb broth, French fries. Those are fun. And I think, is that wheat up there at the top?
Yeah, wheat.
So yeah, this is daily life right here.
Okay.
So if you guys seen before, this is the canning shelf that we built. Bullet built. Holds all of our canning adventures. We have since filled it as much as we can this year. Not as much as we would have liked, because life is busy.
Well, we've been using it too.
Yeah, we have been using it.
Using what we're putting in.
This is the lamb bone broth that I spoke about earlier.
Yeah.
I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12
That's
jars.
the rest of.
In addition to what we have upstairs in the kitchen.
Right.
My parents have moved in with us or onto the property.
Phase 3.
Phase 3, yes. And they brought with them some of their canned stuff, mostly dry goods, but it's canned or jarred nonetheless. We've got rice and beans and oats. So we've got several of those things.
Yep.
French fries up here, some more carrots. Those things.
We've been a little adventurous, but not too crazy.
Yeah.
Not going too crazy. We don't know what we like and what we don't like yet, so we're still very much exploring. But it's been fun.
Yeah, yeah. And we've got all of our storage down here.
Yep.
So plenty of room to grow. technically this was built at the end of 2022, but we're lumping it into 2023 because that's when we really got to use it.
Yeah, and when we say tail end, we mean like December 26th.
Yeah.
So, is when the last video was posted. So
Yeah.
we're within the right time here. It's within a week.
Yeah. I mean, it's just right there.
Yeah.
And we didn't really get to use it until 2023 anyway. So
Right.
that's when we reaped the rewards.
Yes.
So there we are.
Yeah, I hear you, Mama.
Egg in the hay.
I hear you. They don't love me, they just love my food.
So in 2023, we finished our chicken coop. Can't see much from here, but this is the chicken coop. We also added an awning so that the sheep could have more shelter because the shelter we built in was not enough, and they decided they needed to go under the chicken coop for shade.
Yeah.
We actually had to pull one of them out by the leg because, you know,
That was quite fun.
sheep are always looking for ways to die, and that's what they do. So we built an awning, and now we're using it as a place to give them hay. And then, of course, chickens will get into the hay, and as you saw a while ago, I found an egg in the hay. So we have some that are laying in the nesting boxes inside the coop, and some that are laying in a little hollowed out nest inside the hay. So that's been fun.
Yep, and we've increased our flock, as you can see, from 2 sheep to 9. It was 11,
Yeah.
but we've eaten 2 of them now.
Well, they're in the freezer.
Yes.
That's where the bone broth came from.
Yep. These are wonderful sheep. We have our 3 Rambouillet Katahdin cross, and then these other ones are all Katahdin. So
And they are great temperament.
they are wonderful sheep.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Wonderful stuff. But that's our year in review. So thank you for coming along with us. Look forward to 2024. Should be a lot of fun. We're grateful for all of your views, all your support, and we wish you the very best. God bless you. Take care. We'll see you next year.
Happy New Year.